the old apartment here, I hit the wrong button on the telephone and it decided to go live. And I thought, hey, why not just roll with the punches, right? Give it a try. See if there's some reason why I should be going live. And I can't think of any. So I just thought I would check in real quick and say hi to everyone. Make sure you guys are doing all right out in Happy Land. Everybody okay out there in Happy Land these days? Let's go with that. Get a little more light on my face. Um, get that in the picture, huh? My gorgeous watercolor there. Hey, yo, 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 free gift from God. What up, what up, brother? What up, my brother from another mother? I still feel like it's a little bit off, huh? Okay. I like to display my beautiful artwork back there. Mr. Fish, right? You guys know I got a fish, right? An axolotl, a little hecklefish. He looks just like, well, he looks kind of like Hecklefish. He's actually better looking, I think. Don't tell Hecklefish that, though, right? How your magical practice is going, man? Can you hear me okay? What time is it there in Jersey? Probably like midnight, huh? Or getting close to midnight. Um, so yeah, I just want to check in and say hello. My phone in my pocket turned on to live, and I was like, "What's going on with this? Why is this thing on live?" I guess I pocket dialed you guys here from Happy Land. I've got a I've got an interview with Beijing Television tonight, man. So you guys might see me on TV. If you tune into Chinese television ever, you will see me on international TV, 12 a.m. Okay, cool. Um, I'm kind of pooped though, man, and the weather has dropped to below zero with heavy Arctic winds. I guess they're Arctic, Siberian, and it's cold, man. And old guy like me, I don't. My body doesn't respond well to super freezing cold weather like that. Like everything hurts. Repost it if you can. No, last time I tried to repost something from like Chinese national television, YouTube gave me a strike. Like they took it down, and I think they actually gave me a what is that called? A copyright strike, like a legitimate strike on it. So I'm not gonna try to do that again. Um, oh, I know what I could do. Um, I'm a little bit familiar with it. Yeah, not overly, but a little bit. I've been basing all of my understanding on gnosis since I was a kid because I'm a natural magician, right? So the Gnostic teaching is dear to my heart. That gnosis just sui generis arrives in the mind, and having a direct connection to God is a. I'm more into the deism and the transcendentalists of early U.S. Not as much the Gnostics, no. Um, yeah, they're all just different flavors. I like Taoism because it's the flavor that is no flavor, right? It's the flavorless. Whereas all these other flavorful things are just decorations for your Christmas tree. They're not the root. They don't get to the root of the thing, really. Gnosticism, I think, does a little bit. But again, um, the pure transmission, I think, of the ancient Tao comes best through ancient Chinese Taoism. Or the OTO Gnostics. No, I don't know. I maybe somehow they had Gnostic influence. Again, like OTO was a syncretism of Oriental esoteric mysticism and Western esoteric Christianity, more so with flavor from everything. You know, a little bit of flavor from the Egyptians, a little bit of Greek, Roman, what have you. So it's a bit of a hodgepodge. And the pre-OTO, just the Golden Dawn and the Hermetic Brotherhood of Luxor, their precursors. Yeah, I use the Lovecraft mythos. That's right. Um, they were more like Egyptian, Sumerian, this kind of thing, right? But the OTO, Ordo Templi Orientis, Crowley was the first one to like actually come to China and get a copy of the Tao Te Ching and the I Ching and these different Chinese books and attempt to write Western translations of them, or at least he was taking translations that, he was taking scholarly works that had already been translated and trying to update them, right? So I don't know that Crowley did any of his own translating. In fact, when I read his translation, it's almost exactly the same as like one of the first couple of guys that did it, like a German guy. And so you had like German scholars translating ancient Taoist texts from like the 16th century, and then other people translated those German, and they were Rosicrucians, right? Esoteric Rosicrucians, and they had translated it into German, and then British scholars had translated it from German into English, and then Crowley had, transliterated from English into English, just added his own flavor to it. But from what I understood, Crowley, when he was in China, no Taoist priest would give him the time of day. Like they would just immediately know him to be a debauched drug addict and pedophile and just a madman, basically. So I don't think he had much credit. He didn't make much progress over here. I don't know that. Yeah, channeled. I don't know that he really touched very close to the truth of the Tao, but he knew that the Tao, with its nebulous black origin and cosmic space, he knew that it was in line with the flavor of cosmic horror of the time, right? So keeping pace with writers like Lovecraft and Robert Bloch and Arthur Machen and different guys who had brought the mysteries of the elder gods and the outsiders and stuff to the conscious attention of man. They're all kind of latecomers on the scene, though. I mean, Lao Tzu, even Lao Tzu himself, at 500 BC, he said he was a latecomer. That the golden age of society was already over, and Greek writers of the same time period said the same thing. You think about Anaxagoras and Socrates, Aristotle, Plato. Yeah, they were all latecomers. 2,500 years ago, they were latecomers. They had missed, the Atlantean era of the golden era of man, and most of that knowledge was lost. Guys like dark journalists, they like to think that, oh yeah, it was kept in the mystery schools. Yeah, not really. I mean, we have changed. Our consciousness has changed. Our world situation has changed. We cannot do the ancient magics the way they used to be done through animal sacrifice and human sacrifice and stuff like that. We don't have a direct connection to the gods anymore, as it were. I think so. I think the author is Robert Anton Wilson. If you're talking about like the Illuminati trilogy, I think he did a lot of good work. But again, he might have been a Central Intelligence Agency guy, along with he was all buddies with Timothy Leary, and I think he was probably buddies with Crowley too. I think into Crowley's life maybe. Don't know. Regardi was his Crowley's secretary. I don't know that most of those guys outside of Israel Regardi really did much to bring the teaching forward. Crowley did, with his Liber 777, and his last book had value, I think. His book of the law doesn't. I mean, don't tell an OTO guy this, but I think it was basically horse shit. Um, Not much value there. But Magic Without Tears, I thought that was a pretty good one. I thought it. And then just the fact that he brought a lot of that stuff forward and made it available to the public, Crowley and Rigardi, right? Whereas everybody else wanted to be real tight-lipped about it. They didn't want anything sneaking out. So those guys, if there is a Western mystery tradition, and there is, and there's a Western mystery teaching, then they revealed it all. There's nothing hidden anymore. The only reason it's known as a cult or esoteric now is because nobody's willing to practice it. Yeah, yeah, he was probably in cahoots too. Um, Peter J. Carroll and Robert Anton Wilson were buddies, right? They co-wrote a book together, I think. We found that out last time we were discussing these illustrious magicians. Definitely value in the teaching, but the real value is just in the practice. I mean, how many freaking books are you going to read before you start doing magic? You just need read one. You need read one ritual. Do your adorations, do your LBRP, start crafting your own rituals, do some sigil work, meditation and prayer and meditation and invocation. All hail the Mother Hydra, all hail the Father Dagon, Cthulhu. Cthulhu has risen, my brother. Jump on board with the Esoteric Order of Dagon Oriental Division with your Grand Wizard, Frater Francis Lunas Aristeas of the OTA. Yeah, jump on board, man. Subjugate yourself to Cthulhu. I'm just messing with you, man. I love you, brother. I hope you're having a good day out there in Happy Land, man. I got to run. I got a bunch of fucking meetings. I've had HR meetings all day today. I had to watch some cat's demo class, man, and they just been kept keeping me in meetings. This week has just been brutal, man. I've been reviewing resumes and meetings and just blah, blah, blah. They genuinely like me taking on this role of whatever my new role is, right? In title only. It has included literally hundreds of hours a month of extra work for only a very, very slight increase in pay. And it supposedly comes with the illustrious title. And it's like, no, I don't really think it's worth it. But I guess it is because at the same time, I'm learning the ropes and I'm having some direct input on who gets hired and fired. So that's good. I kind of doubt they would fire anybody I'd ask them to fire though, because there's a couple of cats that I think could hit the road at this point. I got no use for them. But time will tell, man. People that come in and cause trouble, they're usually short-lived anyway. If you go against nature, nature goes against you. And if you don't learn how to follow the Tao, then the Tao will make your life short and unhappy. If you seek longevity and peace in life, then you should follow the Tao. Well, good man. We're going to do an initiation this Monday. I don't know if we're going to do it publicly or not, but me and Frater Thomas are going through. I will be initiating him into the Esoteric Order grade 00 neophyte, and I'll be going with it through him with it, and we're going to go all the way up to Adeptus Major and Master Magician. So we're going to go through the initiations of the Hermetic Brotherhood of Luxor. I'd like to talk about that with you. I'd like to talk to you about that, my good man. But I've run out of time for today, man. I haven't been able to tune in much. I haven't been able to finish my work, right? I've still got the 4 court cards of wands, the page knight, queen and king. I got to finish that up. And then we got to get started on the major arcana. And so we may not be starting the major arcana until next week, man, maybe Monday. Same with the initiation. So we'll be doing a live ritual initiation. It's going to take about an hour. I don't know if we're going to record it though. That's kind of a private thing. It's up to Frater Tomas, depending on whether he's interested in doing that or not. But I love y'all good looking sexy people. I really appreciate if you guys hit the thumbs up, leave a comment on the video. If it was your first time, don't let it be your last time. Come back often and frequent, check for updates and say hello. Don't be afraid to say a little something there in the video. Keep the conversation going, because just tuning in occasionally and showing my face, showing my ugly mug isn't going to be enough to make a strong connection, man. I haven't been able to get back yeah, it's going to be in person, man. I haven't been able to get back in the Discord because my new situation is just not, I don't know, a lot of things aren't loading on my laptop anymore. Since I put in a new operating system and a new SSD card, I think they got me. I think they got some spyware on my computer. But what are you going to do, man? Ain't a lot you can do. Check me out on www.buymeacoffee.com/Frank Monday. Pull something in the tip jar. I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all good look sex people. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for the people who tune in and hit the thumbs up and interact with me. I'm especially thankful for you, Frank, out in Jersey, man. You've been a dynamite member of the Order of Dagon here on the Frank Monday channel. Cthulhu has risen, everyone. And I got to ride out into the abodes of the future. Until next time, good magic.